this day whom you will serve.
Increase awareness of self and others. Am I competent? Am I desirable? Right. That's a very significant question. So they're beginning to think and dream about their future, maybe thinking about career, understanding a little bit about their gifts and abilities and what does that match up with. Some will be thinking about marriage or having children someday and those sorts of things. Fears are becoming more rational. Right, like it's based on some level of experience. It's more concrete. So it has and so when it does that, then it's starting to go deeper, right? In terms of what the things that they would be fearing. They're moving from the concrete and then also getting to the abstract. Their minds are developing differently. So this is happening as they're moving from adolescence into teenage years, like they're able to do more abstract thinking. That's why in terms of when they're younger in grammar school, you hit like the very foundational, like this is a tree, this is you start going through the very concrete things, but now they're figuring out how does the world fit together? How do values fit into decisions, right? So they're becoming much more abstract in their thinking developmentally, which creates very different conversations as you try to bring correction. Maybe you're going to be seen in hypocrisy at times because they're understanding the value in your behavior and then not seeing the consistency in that. They're refining their interests. They're becoming a little bit more individualized in terms of what interests them, and that also then has that social dynamic to it, where there's other people that have similar interests. Then also, like, you're going to become aware, and I'm sure you are, but there are overt things that are going to come at them that we need to be aware of, like, going online. It's not just a safe place or, a place where as long as they're careful. No, it's like there's aggressive advertising, towards them. So there's overt things within our culture that come at them, whether it's on, movies, television, the news, friends, whatever it would be. And then other things that come at them that would be subtle, that wouldn't be so obvious. This is a really dumb example, but we don't have the Disney Channel at my house, and that's not like super spiritual. It's because I'm cheap, but we don't have that in our cable package, right? So when my kids go to different people's houses, the Disney Channel will be on. And if you ever like watch any of, not like the cartoons, but the teenage sitcoms. They are a waste of time. Yeah. Like I will I'll sit and watch kids. I'll be like, it's been 20 minutes and you haven't even smiled. Like you're not even enjoying this. Like this isn't fun. It's not funny. It's not interesting. Like it's just right. And so the drama is over like very nothing things. Right. So there's subtle messages that come with that. Right. About like how they use their time. What's valuable. What's not valuable. Creating drama out of very ridiculous things that have very little value. Anyway, that's a side note. Let me stay focused. All right. So there's other things that'll come at them that are subtle within our culture. One of them, I think, is low expectations. Yes. People talk about, you just got to survive the teenage years. No, like that's a cultural expectation. Like we had this prolonged adolescence where there's like zero responsibility. And so we have the very low expectations. So if the expectation is I just want my child to get through teenage years without going to prison, doing drugs, or getting pregnant or getting someone pregnant, like, come on, we got to do way better than that. And that's kind of cultural expectations. Like get through school, graduate. Like, come on, we gotta raise our expectations for what we're looking for from our children. Another thing that they will be experiencing during this stage is definitely physical changes. So with like the chemicals in their body, they're going to start getting hair in new places, and like it's just they're going to start smelling differently. Like that's going to happen. I'm sorry I brought that to all of your mind. Because that's very, very real. Yeah. So here's what I want to do right now. I want to have Lisa's here, and Lisa's just going to share a little bit of like a story or two about some of the things that her girls are facing at this stage, just so we can get our minds thinking about some real life situations. Hopefully that'll trigger some things that you've experienced